Hello, welcome to the Simple Tenses Masterclass. There will be no fluff, only value, only content. Let's go. First of all, what is a tense? What is a tense? An elaborate and detailed definition of tense would be that it is a grammatical category that indicates the time when an action, event, or state occurs. So there is a grammatical category in which an action, event, state occurs, and there's always a sense of time in it. There's always a definition of time in which the action, event, or state occurs. It is primarily expressed through verb forms and structures. So verbs, which are the action words, they tell us about the time of happening of the action, event, or state. Tenses help us understand whether something happened in the past, is happening in the present, or will happen in the future. So there's a sense of past, present, and future. So if this is a timeline, you see this timeline. So you stand in the present, you will stand in the future, and you stood here in the past. In English, tense is typically divided into three primary categories. Present tense refers to actions or states happening now or in general. The past tense and the future tense, they refer to three times: present, future, and the past. Each of these primary tenses is further divided into four aspects that describe the nature of action, and those four aspects are simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Today we are going to do simple tenses that focus on facts or completed actions. Thus English has 12 tenses in total: present, past, and future into 4, right? These 4 multiplied by these 3 times. These 4 structurings multiplied by these 3 times give us 12 tenses. So these are 12 tenses. So let's do the simple tense. Also, tense is one of the fundamental elements of language, allowing speakers to accurately express chronology, duration, and frequency. So chronology, duration, and frequency, there are 3 concepts in time. Chronology is the order of things, and duration is the period of time in which they occurred, and the frequency is how many times they occurred, right, in communication. Without tenses, it would be challenging to express time relationships clearly. Okay, chronology, duration, and frequency. Now let's do the present tense, present simple tense. Okay, present simple tense. The present simple tense is the simplest form of tense, in which the formula is the subject plus verb first form plus object. So subject is somebody who does the action on the object. The verb is the action, right? The object is upon which the action happens. Receiver of action. He eats fruits. They go to the garden. We ride horses. You listen to the lesson. They pay attention. My students subscribe to me, right? So these are some examples of the present simple tense. You see that there is the subject. This is the subject, and then there is the action. This is the action word. It shows that things are moving forward, things are happening, right? So when you tell something is happening, you tell it through a verb, right? So subject plus verb, and then there is the object. Object, fruits. Objective clause, to the garden. Objective phrase, to the garden. Object, horses. Objective phrase, to the lesson. Object, attention. Objective phrase or objective clause, subscribe to me, right? That's again upon which the action is happening. So these are the examples of present simple tense. Now I will tell you use cases of this tense, right? Here they are. The simple present tense shows general truths, habits and schedules. So in general truths, we say the earth revolves around the sun. Simple present. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Simple present. And these are general truths, right? We tell about habits and routines. So she exercises every morning. I drink coffee before work. So you see that these are habits and routines, right? These are happening indefinitely, for indefinite time. Like we don't know when they started, but we do know that they started a long time ago, and it's now a habit, or it's now a generality, right? And then we talk about scheduled events, timetables, programs. For example, the train leaves at 6 p.m. The meeting starts at noon. So it's like a general truth, but now we know when it occurs, like we know the time at 6 p.m. at noon, right? So timetable and programs also come under it. Then instructions and directions. You mix the ingredients and bake for 30 minutes. First press the power button, then wait for it to load, right? So these are imperatives. They are also directions and instructions, right? So these also are in present simple. Then future after certain conjunctions. When, as soon as, before. I will call you when he arrives, right? So we are talking about the future, but then there's a conjunction, and after the conjunction it's a present simple tense. Likewise, she will start cooking as soon as they come. So here you see the present simple. Again, present simple. Why? Because after the future you can explain something in general truth form, right? When you're sure that that will happen. I will call you. So it's something happening in the future, right? When he arrives. So he knows that he's going to arrive. So it's a general truth for the future. He arrives. She will start cooking. So it's expected that she will start cooking as soon as, that's the conjunction, they come. So their arrival, their coming, is a general truth in the future. Now, fixed arrangements, for example, professional schedules. The doctor sees patients on Mondays. General truth, we know that it happens. It's a generality. It's a routine. My flight departs at 9 a.m. So it's a routine again. So these fixed arrangements are also told with present simple tense. Commentary, sports and live reporting. The footballer passes the ball to Alvarez. Messi passes the ball to Alvarez, right? Or Ronaldo passes the ball to Nani, right? The referee blows the whistle. So yeah, these are examples from football, and these are commentaries. They show what happened or what happens in football, right? Headlines and news summaries. Government approves new tax reforms. So this tells us about something that just happened in the past, and it happened so soon, or maybe it happened so near to the present that we just use the present form with it. Government approves new tax reforms that were just presented, right? And scientists discover a new exoplanet, right? That was just discovered, but instead we say just discovered, we say discover, because it's so close to the present moment, right? And then proverbs in universal sayings: actions speak louder than words. A penny saved is a penny earned. So these are proverbs. Finally, descriptions of personality and abilities. So she speaks 5 languages fluently. These are descriptions of personality and abilities. He runs very fast. So speaks 5 languages fluently. We come to know something by this description, right? So it describes in the present simple. And then he runs very fast. So it also describes his running. So these descriptive forms, they are also presented in present simple, right? Now what we do is negative and interrogative. Okay, in the present simple, the negative sentences, you just put a not negation in before the verb, and in interrogative you just take the helping verb before the subject, right? So for example, first of all, I'll give you the formula. So for negative, it will be subject plus helping verb or auxiliary verb do not or does not plus the verb itself. So he does not eat pizza, he eats fruits, right? He does not eat pizza. So this is, and now making the interrogative. In interrogative, what you do is you take the helping verb before the subject. Does he eat fruits? That's one interrogative sentence. So the helping verb does comes before the subject, and verb comes after the subject before the object, right? So does he eat fruits? And finally, do they subscribe to Perfect and Advanced English? I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a lovely day ahead. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be super thankful.